Good day. My name is Luzibo, an AI presenter at Site.
Zimbabwe is currently debating a proposed constitutional amendment bill that could significantly change how the country elects its president and how long election cycles last. In a recent X space hosted by Site, Professor Jonathan Moyo and Dr. Justice Mavitsenge presented different perspectives on the bill.
Here is a breakdown of what each of them said.
Professor Moyo argues that Zimbabwe's political system has had a structural conflict since 1987, when the country introduced an executive presidency designed for a one-party system. When the 2013 constitution was adopted, that same system remained within a multi-party democracy. As a result, this has contributed to political polarization and disputed elections over the years.
The proposed reform aims to recalibrate the system rather than completely change it.
It suggests extending the national election cycle from 5 years to 7 years and allowing the president to be elected by parliament instead of through a direct national vote. Supporters say this could reduce constant campaigning and allow governments to focus on long-term development. Supporters of the bill also argue that it does not change the constitutional term limits for the presidency. Under Section 91 Part 2 of the Constitution, a president can still only serve 2 terms. They say the amendment focuses on institutional reforms involving the presidency and parliament, not individual office holders. They also point out that similar systems exist in countries like South Africa and Botswana.
However, Dr. Justice Mavitsenge disagrees. He argues that changing the election cycle could effectively extend the time a president remains in office.
According to his interpretation of the Constitution, such a change would require a national referendum. He says the Constitution clearly defines the presidential term as 5 years, and extending that period without a referendum could violate constitutional safeguards.
He also cites previous constitutional court cases that reinforce the 5-year presidential cycle.
The debate around the Constitutional Amendment Bill ultimately raises a key question about Zimbabwe's democratic process.
Should such major constitutional changes be decided by legislature alone or not? The discussion continues as lawmakers and citizens weigh the potential impact of the proposed reforms.